Yo, what is going on, guys? We're back today for another video, and I'm really excited to be bringing you guys this one. We just had the latest and greatest official Kabam live stream, and dude, this one was good, and it really felt like, we've had an impact, and they're listening to us, which is awesome. So we're gonna be breaking down everything that happened on the stream. There's a lot of juicy and good stuff, and some really exciting stuff coming to the contest this year. So without any further ado, let's just go ahead and get straight into the action. So the first thing is that our winner for the International Women's Day rework is X23, which this is who I wanted to win the most. Rogue was second for me. I'm a sucker for Wolverine. In the Logan movie, we saw X23 for the first time. She was great. In the recent Deadpool Wolverine movie, she literally cut the Juggernaut's ankles, like the Fox Juggernaut, not like comic book accurate Juggernaut, but the Fox Juggernaut, which is still a good feat, cutting him at the feet. Like, she's just such a savage, dude. I'm really excited for her to get a buff. Speaking of buffs, we also are going to be looking at some buffed up Cyclops gameplay at one point, so man, be on the lookout for that. So some other interesting stuff. We've got some side quests. They're bringing back the bounties and everything, dark bounties. We're gonna skip over this. Side quests not really too interesting, but yeah, there is some dark bounty stuff. You can take a gander at this if that interests you. Personally, I don't even really bother with the side quests these days, so probably gonna stay away, but I don't know. You never know. But then we get to something big. So new quests, new things, new updates. Sorry we didn't tell you sooner. This is, Kabam trying to have a better line of communication with the community. So it's good. All right, so we're getting an update to the daily super event. Now this is awesome, and the daily super event is already insanely good. So the fact that it's already getting an update is amazing. So something I've seen so many people request, a boost selector, because if we go in game right now and I show you my medium boosts, let's see how many I got. Are they in other or no boosts? Yeah, you see there, I have 11 of these in overflow, because right now with the way the daily super event works is, you don't get to choose. You're forced to get the attack boost. So now with the boost selector, you can pick, I would assume it's going to be the medium boost for green, red, or orange. So, if you need some more health boosts, you can just pick those up. And it's just the fact that you won't be just overflowing on the medium orange boost anymore is just the best part. Like, that's great. Then we have improved selectors. So we have tier 7 basic. What? 7-star sig stones, as in multiple, and more. Dude, tier 7 basic is crazy to be seeing in here already. Like, and there's a lot more tier 7 basic to come, be announced, so be on the lookout. So Proven to Conquer progressions now included in the daily super event, and then pool shields and milestone rewards from April 18th to April 25th. So that's what these little Deadpool shield looking things are. And as you can see, Red Guardian here, it's kind of Red Guardian and Deadpool's event for spring cleaning this year. So we're going to talk more about that in a little bit later. But yeah, here's them, I think, just claiming the rewards
periodically throughout the contest in a more consistent manner. Well, we're staying true to that, and we're doing that right here. So as you can see from the slide right here on April...
Looking good, man. Looking pretty damn good. All right, we got some event quest stuff. So we're getting Throne Breaker difficulty. Or sorry, no, we already have Throne Breaker difficulty. This is 2023. We're getting a Valiant difficulty test and more. Our goal is to ensure that event quests are always a relevant piece of content for all summoners. To accomplish this, event quests will soon dynamically scale both in terms of challenge and rewards based on a summoner's current story progression milestones and top 30 prestige. I think this was like right after this part is when I started watching the stream. I kind of missed the beginning. I was sleeping in a bit. But dude, top 30 prestige. Very interesting. Right now, when anyone says prestige, that's only your top 5 champions. Only your top 5 champions make up that prestige number of your summoner prestige, at least. Your relic prestige plays a part too. But you can see here top 5 champions, top 5 relics. But this top 30 That is wild. What? The rewards and challenge are going to dynamically scale? That sounds really interesting. Yeah, I completely missed this part. So this is my first time checking it out, but okay.
Goal at the end of the
Let's see what they say.
To ensure that event quests are always a relevant piece of content for all summoners, that it's fun, that it's you know, constantly a challenge.
Absolutely.
And in that, to accomplish all of that, event quests will soon dynamically scale, both in terms of challenge and rewards.
Yes,
and that's going to be
absolutely.
based on the summoner's current story progression and their top 30 prestige.
And that is top 30, not just top 5, okay? So it's going to interact with your entire roster, right?
Crazy.
It's going to make everything that you do in this game, in your day-to-day play, just feel more important. Feel like you're always working towards something, that everything you do has a little bit of impact, right? So I remember
I like the sound of that.
always progression through the game for the first time and
Okay, dude, this sounds pretty cool. All right, let's keep going. Yeah, this is the slide that I started watching the stream on. I saw Mole Man, so this is exactly where I started. I missed that other slide. Okay. Talking a little bit about side quests. We want to reduce the complexity in our side quests. We feel we've failed to deliver exciting gameplay loops inside. Yeah, side quests are pretty boring, but it's like it doesn't need to always be something exciting. You know, I don't mind skipping the side quest for a month if everything else in game is good, personally. But we're cooking up some novel formats we hope will elevate side quests to new heights. Testing internally, timeline to be determined, but we're very excited for the future of side quests. Okay. Nightmare raids. So we've already talked about this a bit, but there's some more information here. Defender changes. I think they already said this, but yeah, removing Korg's Thorns, removing Jabari's Cleanse, removing Apocalypse's Stun in the block, increasing Defender HP. Lots of changes here for Nightmare raids, and then they were talking about some more changes for like the next iteration of Nightmare raids too. Yeah, this is the next cycle, so they're gonna tuning adjustment to the assault roll boosts and champions. Add no the detailed champions kits changes for raid defenders. For example, like Korg, I think wasn't purifying any debuffs, but it wasn't really explicitly said, not like easily, or you can just immediately get that information. So this would be good just to like get a good, clear, rough idea right away on the raid fight. And then they were unable to add the choice swap for the next raid one. It's taking a little bit of technical time, so it's going to be the next one that's implemented. And then a new raid roll boost test map. We teased that a little bit too, so that sounds very interesting. All right, let's move on from raids though. Battlegrounds. So they talked about Battlegrounds, you know, a fair bit, which is an absolute breath of fresh air, you know, after the previous live stream where I don't think they addressed Battlegrounds at all. And that really pissed so many of us hardcore Battleground players off. You know, we've been talking about the mode, asking for some love in it for a while, and then they just didn't mention anything on the stream. And on the last stream, you know, they seem to mention a lot of stuff about monetization and, you know, trying to sell stuff, whereas this stream just felt so much better, like focused on the game, what's coming, exciting stuff. So I've already talked quite a bit about Battlegrounds and the changes coming, so we're not going to spend too much time here. But rewards update is really big for Season 28. That's really what I'm waiting on to see that before I really start spending again. Then we have mainly the rewards update, but also the expanded bracket size. Really curious to see that. And they're going to be, of course, fixing matchmaking, tweaking some ELO, and then Alliance event win bonus increase, and then, of course, the Radiance, the new currency, a competitive currency, competitive store. Really, really excited to see how all that's implemented, but this is, you know, pretty much everything we've already seen and heard so far. Was there another slide? Yeah. So what's next? In future seasons, under exploration, dynamic matchmaking by tier. So this is big. I don't think this has been announced before, and this was one of my biggest pieces of feedback to Kabam, you know, to help get lower level and newer players into Battlegrounds, and that's matchmaking. It's like it's so daunting to go into Battlegrounds as a smaller account and then just match someone with a full deck of rank 3s and get absolutely destroyed, you know, or you just see that and like, I don't want to do this, and you quit out. And that's not fun. That's not a fun experience. That's not gonna, if that happens, You know, that can only happen a certain amount of times before a player never steps foot in Battlegrounds again. So this is huge dynamic matchmaking. If this can be implemented well, it's going to be massive, dude. And yeah, everything else here we already talked about. Elo decay, getting rid of the decline button. We've talked about some other videos, but yeah, all good stuff. But the dynamic matchmaking, dude, I'm really excited about that. I think that could be a really, really big deal. All right, guys, now we're getting to my favorite part of the stream, the most exciting part in my opinion. That is Act 9.2. This will be dropping on April 16th. You can absolutely expect me to be live streaming on April 16th, checking this out, checking out this new boss. And the rewards, man, holy crap. So you can see here, she's kind of like, this is Lotan, so it's a corrupted version of Jane Foster. You know, we had the Orochi, the corrupted version of X-23. So yeah, now we have Lotan. Look at her go. She looks pretty cool, man. Looks way cooler than the Jane Foster we have playable. Whoa. I don't even know if that is Mjolnir. Maybe it's corrupted Mjolnir, but it's turning red. That's cool. There's like a crazy storm going on in the background. This is the special 3 animation? What the hell?
Bro.
Looks pretty cool, okay. Yeah, Lotan looks pretty interesting. You know, Kabam has been doing a pretty good job with the bosses. But guys, rewards time. Are you ready? You're not ready. You're not ready. Look at this. 3. Not 1, not 2. 3 tier 7 basic catalysts, man. You know, I was gonna do a rewards prediction for 9.2. I never ended up getting around to. I thought I had more time. I wasn't expecting them to just drop all the rewards, you know, now. But like my highballing predictions on tier 7 basic would have been like 2. On like a highball in it. So the fact that we're getting 3 definitely took me by surprise here. That's crazy. You know, that is enough for a full rank 4. That's going to be, you know, like currently right now, I have 2 rank 4s. Just to put all of this into perspective, I have 2 rank 4s currently. And, you know, I don't even have a full tier 7. I'm like almost about to have one after I claim like Alliance season rewards and stuff. But, you know, I'm at like 1 right now. So you need 3 to take a champion from rank 3 to rank 4. So the fact that we're getting 3 in Act 9.2 is it boggles my mind a little bit, honestly. Like like that's insane, dude. Like especially if we can compare that to, you know, 9.1, which was just what came before. You know, this was way before tier 7 basic was even a thing. So there's none of that in there. And, you know, we recently got some tier 7 basic in the Ordeal, which, you know, isn't like the craziest piece of content or most difficult, but it's, you know, definitely a challenge. And there's 1 for that. Like, I feel like the Ordeal is more difficult than whatever 9.2 is going to be. And the fact that 9.2 is going to have triple the amount of tier 7 basic, like, that's just insane. And then what's really insane is if you compare it to Epoch of Pain, you know, which came out for Ordeal and before 9.2. Again, 1 tier 7 basic. So 9.2 is having triple the amount of tier 7 basic that Epoch had. And, you know, like, Epoch of Pain to 100% that's going to be like, I would say, I don't know, 5 to 10 times more difficult than whatever 9.2 is going to be. Like, dude, these rewards are absolutely freaking insane. I can't say that enough. Like, this is, wow. 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 All right. Now, we also just have like a full breakdown of the rewards here. So let's take a gander at this. So completion. 1 full tier 7 basic catalyst. In exploration, there's the 2. Then we have 2 tier 4 alpha catalysts for completion and another 2 for exploration. We have 5,000 Titan shards for completion here, 15,000 7-star shards, 6-star relic, 12 tier 3 alphas, and 12 tier 6 basics, and 25% T6CC crystals. And then for the rest of exploration, tier 7 basic, 2 for alpha, 2 7-star 1 to 2 rank up gems, 1 7-star class hero crystal, 4 tier 6 class catalyst selectors, 1 6-star Nexus relic, 15,000 Titan shards, and 30 generic 7-star Sigstone. So dude, I am really, really excited about all of this. Like, wow. All my Titan shards are going to be saved for the next pool. We also got a sneak peek of who's going to be in the next pool, man. And it's so hyped. There's still so much more to talk about, guys. But yeah, and these Sigstones, man. I just showed you guys my current rank 4s. Onslaught is one of them, but he's not max Sig. So I'm desperate for those Sigstones right now. So 30 generics, those are going straight into my boy. Straight into my boy Onzi. And then we also have some path rewards to talk about as well. So we have 25% tier 6 class catalyst crystals, 13,000 tier 4 alpha fragments, 2,500 7-star shards, 1,000 Titan shards, 90 units, and 100,000 golds. Remember, those are just for path rewards, so it's multiplied by a certain amount of paths. And then I think that's everything for 9.2 that we really got to see. So, dude, the rewards, just wow. Just wow. Like, yeah, let me know what you guys think about those rewards, because I was just absolutely flabbergasted at that. Alright, we get some incursion stuff. So, like I said, there's more tier 7 basic floating around. So here's 10% of it. In the Saga Incursions, along with the tier 4 alpha, 15 dark plumes, 1 light essence, another generic 1 to 2 gem, and 15 6-stone crystals. And then skip ahead a little bit here. And then it's talking about, so that's the Saga Incursions. This guy here, that's April 9th to May 6th. And then the regular incursions come back on May 14th. And they're going to be changing a little bit. So now that right now, incursions is on a 5-day cadence, which is a little bit weird. And Kabam themselves said it doesn't really line up with the rest of the game. So they're just going to be changing it from 5 days to a full week. And then new boss hack will be rotated in as well. So now we talk about the next Alliance War showcase. So, this is like taking a snapshot of what the Alliance War looks like and then putting it into a solo quest, essentially. And I'm a big fan of these types of pieces of content personally. Also, this Thanos picture looks kind of cool. But it's like, I already like War, but what I don't like about War is, like, gotta wait for planning, gotta coordinate with everyone else, and if you die, you feel bad for everyone else, and then if you do really good, you have an amazing war, but then you still lose, it feels a little bit bad. So, like, just taking out everything else, and it's just you. If you die, it doesn't matter. If you don't die, it doesn't matter. You got the solo quest. Like, it's just so much less stress and pressure. Like, it's just chill. That's why I like it. I still love regular Alliance War because it gets the blood flowing, which feels good. If a game can actually like get your heart rate up a decent amount and really bring out those emotions, that's saying something. So what do we got for rewards for it? So completion rewards is another 10% tier 7 basic fragments. We have 5 7-star Sigstones, 5 deathless Sigs, and then exploration we have another 10% tier 7 basic fragments, 1 light essence, 15 deathless Sigs, and 5k Titan shards. Dude, the deathless Sigs, this disgust me. I don't want deathless signature stones. Like, I don't want those at all. My Thanos is Sig 200. I don't need them anymore. I have no interest in sigging up the other champs, and I'm stuck with freaking 35 of these already. Nah, and then I'm gonna get another 20, so I'm gonna be stuck at 55 of these useless, deathless freaking Sigstones. I don't want those anymore. Bam. Let me trade them in or something. I'll trade them in at like a 2-to-1 rate for any other class. Like, I don't want them. And then so this is gonna be the sugar pill and decay tactics again, which is a little bit weird. We already had that, even in the showcase, but it was like re-voted for by the community for the end of Alliance War last season, or last year, I mean, which is kind of weird to see it again. Yeah, alright, what did we have next? Oh yeah, and then so we're also going to have, like we had in the last showcase, there was like an additional quest where there was some class, like a full class of specific champion. I think the last one was Mystic and Tech, and this one's Mystic and Tech 2. last one was Mystic and Tech, right? Yeah. It was Mystic for sure, because I remember the Enchantress. And then I think I did the Tech one. But anyways, team of 5 to get him for this one. And the regular showcase is only 3 champions, more player beneficial nodes, reduced defender masteries, and then we have path rewards. So another 10% tier 7 basic, 4 to 5 cosmic science rank up chips. I think maybe this one's meant to be cosmic and science paths. That would make more sense. That would make a lot more sense because the last one was Mystic and Tech. So I'm guessing it's supposed to be cosmic and science. And then 10 7-star deathless signature stones. More of them. Bruh. And then 5k 7-star shards. All right. So let's keep on moving up. We have some more exciting stuff to talk about here. I think we're about to get into some gameplay now for Spider-Woman and Lumatrix. Yes, indeed. All right, you guys ready?
Really?
Let's watch some gameplay.
Yeah.
Let's go. I need Spider-Woman, dude. I need her.
Strike the opponent to start building up your fury buffs and debilitate debuffs. Focus on
She seems really simple to play.
heavy and special attacks to build them even faster. Dodging a special will refresh your furies as you're working your way up to just under 3 bars of power.
So right on 3 bars.
Once there,
Pop it.
launch your special 2 to inflict your retribution passive.
And now, special 1.
Special 1 to stack on your power stings and watch the opponent explode before your eyes.
Good damage, dude. Over 100k right there.
Isn't already knocked out. Just keep stacking.
You apply about 10 power stings per special 1. Boom, that's like another 100k. This little evade. That's cool. Boom, we're gonna stack up 20 power stings here. Just 2 special 1s. Watch this. 300,000! Ooh, baby!
Looking to enchant you with their spells. Just make sure you're keeping track and sting your way to victory.
12 stings, 200k,
Right, that is
cooked. Dude, Spider-Woman, just insane. And then we're going to get a little bit of gameplay coming up in a second here, but before that, we just have some details about her here. So she's immune to poison, neutralize, and power steal. Dude, I was not expecting, like, neutralize and power steal, sure, I could see that, but poison too? That's amazing. That's really good. I really like that. And neutralize is such a slick immunity. I really like that too. Power steals, meh. But dude, okay. So we got gains fear buffs when attacking, inflicts debilitate debuffs when gaining a buff, inflicts wither when a buff expires or is nullified. So when a buff on you expires, she's going to apply wither to the opponent. So that's going to help to manage Mystic Dispersion. She inflicts Ensnare and Fumble debuffs on a timer. Now, Ensnare, Stark Spidey has Ensnare, and that turns off passive evade. And I believe it does a little bit of with ability actually too. Fumble, this is brand new. I don't even know what that means. And then Retribution, that's also brand new. I don't really know what that means. And then Instant Shocks. This is the only thing I don't like. The fact that she inflicts severe power sting debuffs when inflicting instant shocks. Because what if you're facing a shock immune? Is she just terrible? Like Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom is shock immune. You know, if we ever get a 7-star Doom, she probably wouldn't be that good. I don't know yet. We'll have to see how she interacts against shock immunity. But yeah. So really hyped for Spider-Woman. Like, I was already hyped when we just saw like the 10 seconds. Less than 10 seconds. Now that I kind of know what's going on, I need her, bro. And then we're going to have a little Rumble Legends Winter Soldier fight coming up right here. So let's dive into that. Dorky Diggity Dave. Let's see it.
There we go.
Just class disadvantage.
We got a little class disadvantage with Winter Soldier here. You know, that's okay, but that's fine. We're going to do class disadvantage. And
so again, just build a special 2, then drop a couple special ones. Fight's over. There's no weird playstyle here. Just regular combos, build the power.
Not the retribution, sorry. Forget the name of it, but the other one there. And now
the fumble.
The special 2 to gain
so boom, special 2.
And then you have the retribution, and you put the power stings with the special 1. Okay. Fumble. That's the debuff name.
What the heck does fumble do?
Okay, so go for that special 1.
15 furies right now.
You can go for a
boom, 10 power stings.
I am.
Nice.
and double up on those.
That's right.
All right, so watch this. Boom, boom.
20
boom,
power
boom.
stings.
And
here
just wait.
comes-
And
There we go.
oh my, what was that? Holy crap! Let's see that again.
And just wait.
Here comes.
Look at that class disadvantage over 200,000 burst with just a simple special 2, 2 special 1 rotation. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy. That's pretty damn good, dude. That's pretty damn good. Yeah. Also, rocking the Ant-Man relic. That's probably going to be very huge for Spider-Woman. All right, let's go into some Lumatrix gameplay next, though. Pull that up here. Here we go. All
I
right.
believe we have
Let's check out our next Eidol. Let's go.
To begin, charge your heavy to trigger your evade charge.
It's giving some Mr. Negative vibes.
Let the
That
opponent
heavy
break your
charge.
block to max out your endurance passives, then punish a special to reset your invisibility. From here, evade again and stay aggressive until you make your way up to 3 bars of power. Then
Special
launch your
1?
Special 1 while invisible to go unblockable, and immediately launch your special 2.
Special 1, immediate special 2.
Max out your cunning. and
Guaranteed
all
crits?
of your hits be guaranteed crits.
Damn.
You're all set up. Just
Damn.
attack the opponent until they're knocked out. And hey, that tracking passive is great for those champions who love to
Hey,
make you miss.
spot cameo.
So, keep that invisibility flowing and stay ultra aggressive to show your opponent the true power of an idol.
He's got that Black Bolt special too, man. He seems pretty good. He definitely seems better than ISO mid. That's literally what I said in the chat on the stream. So let's take a look at Lumatrix here. So we redeemed this guy with that light essence that we've been gathering. So he's immune to bleed and rupture. Dude, rupture immunity? That's pretty slick. I like that. Powerful endurance passives, evades on heavy charge, gains invisibility when evading, inflicts tracking on the opponent, gains fury from their special 2, gains cunning to increase. This stuff's kind of annoying. So all the idol champions are genderless. They have transcended gender. So Kabam will say like they, them, their, which they do here. Gains fear from their special 2, but right on the next line, gains cunning to increase his crit rate and damage. So don't worry, man. Like if you say they or his or him, when you talk about idol champions specifically, it's not a big deal. You know, Kabam themselves fumble it. So yeah, just something I wanted to kind of point out. And then unleashes guaranteed crits at max cunning charges. So he seems pretty good. And then we're gonna have Karate Mike's gonna do a little fight against Rhino in Realm of Legends. So let's take a gander at this. So some
Now, the
class
invisibility is
advantage.
great. I like to have the block break there to gain the endurance right away. Now, the invisibility will go on cooldown here when they use a special attack. So, use a special attack. There we go. And when I counter that, I missed the counter, but that's okay, because look at this. Boom, heavy attack will bring it back. Now, you want to evade a few times, and you can even do this, by the way.
Some heavy spam.
So I had a little bit of a mess up there, right? So I adapted. I adapted mid-fight. That way, I could be fully ramped for...
He seems like a little odd to play,
Special 1. Right into Special 2, unblockable for the Fury.
but fun. Nice fat special 2. And look at these guaranteed crits, dude. Damn.
More. Yeah. Sometimes it doesn't go as planned. Sometimes you mess
Well,
up.
that's what happens when
Like not only is it guaranteed crits, but it's like big guaranteed crits, like 25k mediums, 16k lights. That's really good. This is class advantage, but like that didn't take long to build up. So this guy absolutely seems better than Isofiend to me. So that's pretty cool. That's a Lumatrix. And then they're also going to tell us how much light essence we need to get this guy. So let me see what I'm at currently. I think I have some to claim here. Yeah, so I technically have 3 light essence currently. And to get a 7-star Lumatrix, you're going to need 12. And you should be able to like pick him up twice. You know, if you get up to 24 light essence, you should be able to get him twice and then have him duped. I'm pretty sure. And then it's 5 light essence for the 6-star version. And so this tells us where we can get all of the light essence. So we got Battlegrounds quantity depending on GC rank, Alliance War Encounter Showcase, Saga Incursions, Raid and Nightmare Raids, The Ordeal, Featured Hero Arena #1 rank, Double Track events, Weekly deals, and Summoner Market. So that is all the ways to get that Light Essence, and again, it's going to be 12 of them. Then we have, dude, something that was so far out of left field, and it has got me stupidly excited, alright? What is it? GALAN is coming as a 7-star, dude. So to anyone who doesn't know the GALAN lore, people literally, some people call one rotation you do with him the Galaxy rotation, because I kind of came up with it in Battlegrounds. And so GALAN was my first ever maxed out 6-star champion. Well, rank 5. This predated Ascension, so at the time he was maxed out. But yeah, it was from EOP, the Karina challenges for it, or I think it was just the 100% rewards for it. But I got a random class gem. I was praying for Cosmic. I got the Cosmic 4 to 5. Immediately gave it to GALAN. Didn't give it to Hulkling. Didn't give it to Cosmic Ghost Rider. No, I gave it to my GOAT GALAN, because the way GALAN works is, you know, if you throw on a boost, if you throw on the Recoil of Masteries, that will increase his like hit damage, but that's not going to increase his harvest damage. The only way to increase that harvest damage is to rank and level him up further and further. But as a 6-star, he's peaked. So as a 7-star, so 7-star rank 1, and then 7-star rank 2, then 7-star rank 3, then 7-star rank 4, with each of those ranks, his harvest damage is going to increase. So I'm very curious to see what like a rank 4 GALAN harvest damage is doing. I am hyped, dude. I am hyped. And I don't know if I said in a video, but I had a feeling like GALAN was going to be coming in the Titan. He was one of my predictions. And he will be joining in the next one, which, you know, I'm currently saving Titans for. I have about 2 crystals right now, and this 100 million% solidifies my saving. Like, dude, this is incredible. So just to go over GALAN a little bit, he's immune to Nullify, Fate Seal, immune to Power Drain, Burn, and Lock, provides Herald pre-fights for Cosmic Champs, and activate Harvest for monstrous burst damage. And again, the only way to increase that harvest damage is with ranks. So very curious to see how the 7-star damage compares with the 6-star and how it scales. Because if the damage doesn't scale good, then I might lose some hype. But if the damage does scale as good as I'm hoping, oh man. So his first appearance as a 7-star, taking on a normal new champion cycle, will join the Titan pool in June, man. I'm so freaking hyped for that. That is amazing. I think that was everything on GALAN. Yep. And then we have the Phoenix rework. So this is launching in May next month. As reworked Phoenix, including a new character model in your Saga Chase, summoners will collect Dark Plumes across the contest. Dark Plumes will open gates in special quest in May. Summoners will have to defeat Dark Phoenix boss. Wait, a Dark Phoenix boss to secure their copy of regular Phoenix. Okay, that's cool. I think Dark Phoenix is really cool. Like this is Light Phoenix, you know, the good version. The Dark Phoenix is like all red and just looks evil. Cool though, but okay. And then so you need 75 Dark Plumes per gate. You can earn up to 2 copies of Phoenix with 150 Dark Plume. Okay, how many Dark Plume am I at right now? Only 8. Damn. Okay. And then we have our Dark Plume sources here. So we have the Trader's Outpost for March, April, and May. You can get 5 from there. We have BG Season 27, 10 for Victory Track completion. Another 10 for Season 28 Victory Track completion. We have the Incursions Challenge Sector, 15, 1 per zone. Double Track, 10 in the free track. And then the May Valiant event quest, 24, 4 per quest. And then daily deals and offers, 100 plus. Okay, yeah. I'm not gonna be getting any of the daily deals, but okay, cool. All right, so that's Phoenix. All right, let's keep going. Okay, here we go, guys. Here's where we get a sneak peek, pun intended, on Cyclops. So, you know, we voted. There was a vote. Like, it feels like so long ago now. But the finals were Cyclops and Doctor Strange. And somehow Cyclops won. I don't know how. I think X-Men 97 at the time really helped him. And the weird thing, though, it was an Instagram vote. I don't know how reliable that was, but I digress. Cyclops won. At the time, I was a bit salty, but now I'm not. Now I'm actually stupidly hyped. After like this little clip, just watch this.
More yellow numbers.
Yellow numbers, yeah.
How about some big ones?
Yeah, I think this video is going to be beaming with excitement. Go ahead.
So that looked like a special 2, then special 1, then special 1, and then special 1. What? Huh? Say what? Let's watch that again. So it starts, he's in the middle of a special 2. We have 20 precision. Is that true focus? I think that's true focus. That counters, that's like what Serpent has, I think. Does that counter evade and miss? Unblockable. We got 40 prowess. We have, I think these are like help you retain your power. And just look at those, dude. When it crits, 100k, 100k. My lord. My goodness, dude. I am hyped for buffed Blue Team Cyclops. My gosh. So that's really exciting. That was our Cyclops sneak peek. Great Scott. My goodness. And then there was some more giveaway stuff. Oh yeah. Now we still have some big stuff to talk about. So we got the Thunderbolts movies coming out, which I'm excited about. I think I'm actually... Let me know if you guys want to see it. But after I watch the new Thunderbolts movie, I do like a review on it. And could have my girlfriend too, because probably going to go see it together. So let me know if you guys would be interested in seeing something like that. And we could make that like a thing after every new MCU movie. But so here's just a little supply drop. I like that Kabam, you know, is... I really like when we have connections with the MCU and with the movie releases, with the theatrical releases, you know. So the more in-game stuff connecting to that, I like. So this is good to see. And the Daily Super event, you know, is getting a whole theme with that. With Red Guardian. And then Red and Dead's discounted shed. Going to the shed. So this is April 25th to May 2nd. So this is basically spring cleaning event. So collect souvenir pool shields throughout the battle realm and trade them in to collect valuables from Deadpool's stash. Pool shields in Daily Super event. 7-star Red Guardian first availability. So another champion is being confirmed as a new 7-star. And there's still more. There is still more. So we've had GALAN and Red Guardian. We have 7-star Deadpool, which I don't have, which is kind of cool, but he sucks. So, but I had a theory that he was going to get buffed last year. That was wrong. He never got buffed. I mean, there's still a chance he could, but I don't know. And they did a really good job on Deadpool X-Force's buff as well. Maybe they'll keep the whole should bleed the boof, or should Badoofs. Yeah. Maybe they'll keep the whole deboof theme in this kit with something other than bleeds. And then we have, it just says tier 7 basic catalyst, but on the stream, I think Karate Mike himself said, I'm pretty sure I heard him say a 4 tier 7 basic catalyst would be available in the shed. So was there anything else to talk about with this? That might be it. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay. And then we have something also that's very exciting. So I think this is gonna kind of be similar to last year's Omega Days event, you know, where we had Omega Red, Omega Sentinel, all those other champs, with the Omega like resources for them and everything. You guys remember that event. So this is gonna kind of be this year's version, and this one sounds so much better.
Do you have a slide for that?
Let's take a look at this.
We have a Kabam Rigs video.
We have a video. And my friends, this is another new 7-star champion. 7-star Apocalypse. Now, personally, I think Apocalypse is a little bit underwhelming right now. I feel like he needs a little bit of a buff, personally. You might call me crazy, but I think what I think. You know, like when I compare APOC to Onslaught, it's not even close. But APOC should be like on Onslaught's level, you know, like after watching the original X-Men cartoon, Like, it really opened my eyes just how ridiculous Apocalypse is. Like, he should have, like, some immortality stuff going on. And I just really wish, honestly, his signature ability was Rework. That's my biggest issue with APOC. But still, cool to be getting him as a 7-star, because there's places like, you know, the Ordeal, where you have to bring in 7-star champions. So in a place like the Ordeal, it is impossible to make a Horseman. But now it'll be completely possible with a 7-star Apocalypse in the wild. So that's, I'd say I'm lukewarm on this. But the next one, oh my friends,
Bam rigs, throw the second one on.
my friends, 7-star Nicholas J. Fury. Now, why am I excited about this? Well, he's Nick Fury for one. To anyone who remembers when my dad pulled me a Nick Fury, you're an OG. Great memories. And then one of the biggest reasons is this right here. Not one, but 2 freaking skill awakening gems. And so now I have the perfect champion to use it on, if I can get him. Hell yeah, dude. Freaking hell yeah. 7-star Nicholas. Oh my god. I need him. I need him, bro. I need him. I need him. Oh my god. And then, so there's going to be 4 other champions as well. So I'm absolutely going to be making a dedicated video talking about this. My predictions for the other 4 champions. It should just be, you know, 1 champ of each class. So I have some ideas in mind. I feel I have some ideas. Well, we'll definitely talk about that in a separate video. But I think that was it. Yeah. There was this other little segment. But that was it. You know, nothing too crazy. It's the lore corner with Kabam Vincent here. But yeah, they didn't really talk about too much or reveal too much. And then here's our giveaway winners. So yeah, guys, that's going to go ahead. That's all the information on this stream, man. It was quite a bit. It was a really enjoyable stream. I really enjoyed watching it. I actually just kind of woke up really early today. And I went back to sleep for a bit. Then I woke up again. And I was like, oh, live stream's on. All right, let's check it out. And I was just in bed, waking up, watching it, and just enjoying it, man. And just the whole attitude and vibe from Kabam on this stream was just a lot better. It just felt a lot better. Like, they're actually listening to us. So yeah, that felt good. And just, I'm really excited. You know, so much really awesome stuff is on the horizon. We had a bit of a rocky start to this year, but I'm cautiously optimistic that Kabam's going to bring it back with all this awesome stuff on the way. So let me know in the comment section down below what has you most hyped about all this stuff. There was quite a bit. I think for me, there's so much. I think 7-star GALAN for me has got me the most excited. That was just so unexpected to me, dude. Yeah, it's sick. I'm really excited about that GALAN. But let me know what you guys are most excited about. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll have timestamps as well, so you can skim through and check out whatever part interests you the most. That's going to go ahead and wrap it up. I would really appreciate a like rating if you guys enjoyed the video. Share with your alliance mates so they know what's coming. Subscribe to the channel if you guys want to see more content. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you all have a great, wonderful day. Peace out. Much love.